That idea changed the way I think about food completely. I've been noticing something lately, and the more I notice it, the stranger it feels. Something is a little off with how women are taught to eat. And I don't mean calories or dieting. I mean the emotions around food. The guilt around dessert, the way women talk about what they're allowed to eat. It almost feels like we were given two options, and neither of them actually feel good. A lot of women grow up in this really strange space around food. Food gets labeled good or bad. Dessert becomes something you're supposed to feel guilty about. And you hear women say things like, "I'm being bad today," or "I'll start being good tomorrow." But when you really think about it, dessert itself isn't the problem. The strange part is the relationship we were taught to have with it. I once heard a woman say something that really stuck with me. She said when she wanted dessert, she would sit in her car to eat it so no one would see. And when I heard that, I remember thinking, that's such a sad relationship with food. Food should never feel like something you have to hide, but a lot of women have experienced something like that in some type of way. Hiding snacks, feeling embarrassed about eating dessert, apologizing for eating something sweet. But the more I thought about it, the more I realized something deeper. Women were never actually taught how to care for their bodies through food. Instead, we were surrounded by two extremes. On one side, it's restriction and dieting. On the other side, there's convenient food, ultra-processed things that barely resemble real ingredients. So many women are stuck between guilt and convenience, and neither of them are actually nourishment. And this made me start wondering something. What if the problem was never dessert at all? What if the real problem was the way dessert is made now? That's when my perspective on food started changing, because caring for your body doesn't have to mean restriction. Sometimes it's just subtle shifts. Instead of giving up on dessert completely, you can simply start making dessert differently. Using real ingredients, baking at home, switching certain things like refined flour for whole grain flour. Small changes that make food feel better in your body. So when I started asking myself that question, what if dessert wasn't a problem? I realized something. The real issue isn't sweetness. It's the ingredients that most desserts are made with now. Dessert can still be rich, it can still be indulgent, it can still be something you genuinely enjoy. But it can also be made with ingredients that actually care for your body. Ingredients that love you back. That idea changed the way I think about food completely. And I'm definitely not perfect with this. There are days I eat whatever is convenient, days I fall out of good habits. But caring for yourself isn't about being perfect. It's about choosing better when you can. Food is one of the most everyday ways we take care of ourselves, and I think women deserve dessert that still feels indulgent while still being made with ingredients that care for their bodies. Maybe the goal isn't about eating less dessert, maybe it's about eating better dessert. Because caring for yourself doesn't always mean doing less. Sometimes it just means choosing better. Thank you for spending a little time with me today, and I'd love to hear what you think about this. Bye!